Yo, yo, yo. And we back on this bitch and we on your ass again.
Why do um why do relationships fail in this day and age?
Oh wow, we got straight to it.
I don't think we should talk about why they fail. I feel like we should talk about how can they be successful. Because I think we
Okay.
hear about the failures of relationships so much. Let's talk about how we can maintain them. Yeah, I think that's a better
I,
conversation. We
I
always hear about relationships failing and why they failing and who did this and that. Let's talk about how they can improve or maintain the greatness in it. I don't think we should talk about why it's always
okay.
failing.
Okay, right. Let's talk about so flaws so how do you maintain a relationship? That's the first question. A
Communicate.
healthy, not a relationship. A healthy relationship.
Think communication, respectful communication. I think if even though you will talk, words do mean stuff. So respectful communication, understand each other from y'all point of views and how y'all feel about whatever that's going on. And you want to ask something?
I feel like making sure that you are making them a part of your life, but also still having your own life. Like, that's one way. Um, Communication, but it also has to be comprehension. Like
Yeah,
we could talk all day, but if we're not really understanding or we're not getting nowhere, we're gonna be talking forever.
yeah.
Accountability on both, like accountability. You can't be afraid to say when you're wrong, or you know.
Intimacy too. Ain't gotta be just sex.
Yeah.
Dirty talking, little stuff to keep.
Throughout the day,
Yeah, keep it spicy.
the sex for sure.
I didn't want to just say that, but I mean, okay, cool. That plays a part in intimacy too. I feel like what Char just said, comprehension within the communication.
Something that we all have to learn also is that everything is just an experience. We shouldn't treat that person like a possession, because that's when jealousy comes into play, and that's when insecurities also come into play. You have to also understand that that person is also there is a person. Like, they're going to make mistakes, they're going to, like, you still have boundaries. Don't that don't mean just take whatever they dishing out. Like, no, if you feel like that you're not comfortable with certain things, then let it go. But you still have to understand, who is this person? Like, is this something that they do, like, or am I just taking it too harsh because I'm not used to it? Like, so it's learning who that person is, so everything that they do don't offend you, or so yeah.
What if somebody just keep offending you? I'm sorry.
It's raps. It's raps.
Like
I
my
ain't about
head.
to sit. You said what? Yeah. Yeah, hell
Okay,
yeah.
we talking dirty today, then. Come on,
Yeah,
let's go.
bro. Like I ain't about to sit here and let someone keep offending me. Crazy.
But
Nope.
so we asking you now,
How many
how do
flaw?
y'all niggas talking about flaws? Let's talk about how we keep shit going. Like, let's talk about how we keep shit
No, but we
going.
having a conversation, so we're not going to the conversation. It's not going to get nowhere if we don't come this way.
Well, it depends. Like, you should always see if they good outweigh they bad also. Like, if you can think of all the good things about them and then think of all the bad things, if you get a bigger list of the bad things or things that make you feel uncomfortable, or you then that just goes to show you not really willing to let
Can
with
a
the.
can a tiger date a hyena though?
Nah.
What are we talking about?
Those
Or
are two different
what?
species.
They both cats.
A hyena is not a cat.
It's like another form of a cat.
No, it's not.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Another conversation for
More like
another
a
day.
dog.
A hyena?
Like a vicious dog. Almost like a
Oh, for like from yeah, okay. You're right. I'm thinking of something else. You're right.
like a
I'm thinking
dog's
of
ear.
I'm
Like
thinking
an
of a
ear dog.
tiger and a lion. Like both of them are cats. That's what I'm thinking about.
Well, them create a liger, and that's already some weird stuff. So you don't want to mix a tiger with a lion. Okay, back on. Let's get back on track. Um, commu- So communication, basically. I mean, because all other stuff really don't matter. It's communication.
I mean, other stuff do matter. You still gotta like keep the spark in it too as well. You gotta find a way
that's communicate. That's communicate, and even being intimate. Like you have to find a different way to be intimate. So everything is communication. So and then comprehension. So what if what I'm saying you just can't comprehend, no matter.
You shouldn't even been attracted to that person till it got to the point where it got to in a relationship.
Yeah.
Or you was just
people who it's nothing wrong with people not agreeing with what you're saying, but as long as they respect and see your perspective and your point of view on something.
Like me and Rob just talking, texting on a daily before we make it a relationship, or even in the beginning of the relationship, or if I feel like we don't agree on so many topics, or he starts talking, and I'm just like, okay, like no, I know what I like, so
I mean, but if you like orange juice and I like Sprite, I feel like we don't have to beef because of that.
You ask questions or you get insights on people. I'm not talking. I'm not.
I know I was being dense. I'm just saying. I understand what you're saying, like certain major principles and stuff. Like if we don't agree on certain things, yeah, I understand that from that point. Yeah, I'm just saying as a whole, so tight. Like, say if you want the nightstand to be right here, and now I want it right there. Yeah,
compromise, and you still have to understand that that person is still their own person. They still grew up a certain way. They still.
You like your eggs sunny side up. I like mine scrambled with cheese. Like we can still coexist, even though we see our eggs two different ways.
Yeah, I'm not about to get mad at you because I know that. I'm just gonna make you a separate, make you respect, get you out the fucking way. But
yeah, but you're right. If it's like certain things, but certain things still have to be connected on the same page.
But then what she said with experience. So you have to go through an experience with somebody to even figure out, like, oh, this is not this is not where I want to be. Shout out John B. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go all the way to Donnell Jones just to figure out that this person flaw ain't really what I really want to.
Hey, you wanna know? That's why I say I don't believe in love at first sight. I don't believe in that shit, bro.
You don't believe in love at first sight?
No.
Oh, talk to me. Talk dirty to me, Jack. I'm
listening.
If
I was to love someone at first sight, I would have just married my first girlfriend because I thought I loved her at first sight.
No, whoa. See, this is where we gotta have.
Hey, okay, I'm so glad somebody else
that, bro. Because love at first sight, that's a Disney thing, bro. That's a
this
fantasy,
nigga
bro.
So super right winged.
Wait. In order for you to like experience love at first sight, you have had to been at least through 2 or 3 relationships, right?
No, love at first sight is oh my god, you love this girl at first sight.
But that wasn't love. That's not love.
That's why I don't believe in love at first sight, bro.
People, right? It's people that's been together since high school. It's people that is so you cannot say that.
Yeah,
it's people that get into one relationship and be with that person and be with that person till they die. So you can't really to them that's true, love at first sight.
I don't believe that's love at first sight.
Yes, it is. It's to
love at first sight.
Yeah, you can't say that.
Especially
you can't tell when somebody first start loving somebody. Yeah,
actually love at first sight. It's just like, dang, I cannot believe. Like I saw this person and I'll end up loving them. Like who knew by me just looking at this person like, oh my god, like, and then I end up loving them. I think that's what they mean. I don't think they mean like, as soon as I see somebody,
I'm back.
They need to change that quote.
I saw somebody before and I loved them. I had looked in the mirror once. I was like, oh shit. I like, what are you talking about? I saw myself before in the mirror and I was like, I love myself.
I mean, that should be the priority first.
No, we're talking about like other human beings, man.
But it is love at first sight because when first time I see my kids, I loved them instantly.
But that's
instantly.
No, nigga, that's true.
That's true, bro. That's true.
No,
it's
not.
I mean, yes, that is. And meeting a stranger and saying you love them at first sight, bro. I don't believe that. I can't believe that.
I'm just not meeting this baby for the first time. Shit.
That's your child. You created that. Like you created your baby. You love is basically unconditional when it comes to that. What I'm saying is, if I walk down the street and I see a girl and she look good, I don't think that's love at first sight. That's more lust.
We're not saying lust isn't there two people fall in love, but people do fall in love. You can see
They fall in love, but
a
it's not
dude
at
might
first
see a
sight,
girl
bro.
walk into a store and she looking right to him. He like, oh my gosh, she just might be the one for me.
But
Or
that's
vice
not
versa.
love at
Women
first
might see this
sight,
man like,
bro.
damn, I can see myself with this man. I don't even know who he is. Like shit like that does happen. I'm not
For
saying
sure.
it always happens every single day. It happens.
Real quick. Yo, yo, no. Hey, look, we really be doing this. We really be doing this. Like, we really just do this and and we go make a living out of this.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
Yo,
Sure.
y'all cannot tell me we didn't hit the jackpot, bro. There's no way you can't tell me us meeting each other. We didn't. This is crazy.
No, for sure, bro.
Bro, people literally sit and watch us talk for hours, bro. I was looking at my YouTube views and I was like, bro, people really watch us talk for hours, bro, and minutes. Oh, we got some sort of like whatever what we got going on is special because people watch us for hours, bro.
We got that content people want to hear. It's not like what's out now, bro. Like
This
it's
different.
controversial and it's like it's learning. Like we learn from each other as well.
Hey, it's like having somebody from the 1950s teach you, somebody from the 1980s teach you, it's like we each got like our own like I just noticed that right now. Like y'all two are like y'all like the traditional like old black family down south type. Like that that's the vibe y'all like y'all give up.
That's basically my family, bro. I can't even argue that. That's my family.
No, they literally give that vibe. Like I've literally been studying us trying to see like how we can get better, what we can talk about. And I'll be like, yo, these two like they like the old traditional family. And
can we talk about something? I know this might be like kind of counterproductive to what we trying to talk about, the positivity. But can we discuss like as grown people, why are we making lists?
Lists.
Do you really want to talk about that though? Because I know.
I do. Like
wait.
We gotta throw some little
what we doing?
Shit like
what we
this
doing as grown people?
Yeah, y'all go ahead and talk about that.
Wait, what was we doing as grown people?
Man, so within the last week, 2 weeks, we've been seeing like people from Cleveland making these lists about certain things and bringing up certain people. And like that's some shit people was doing in high school, like on some jokingly, trying to spread, rumors and shit. Like people was like in their 20s, got kids and shit, like participating in shit. Like it's just weird. I just want to know if y'all seen shit like that.
I haven't seen nothing like that. Like what kind of list?
I'm gonna be completely honest. Like I really hope people catch me when I say this. We had a flip. Like there was a flip in society. And we went back like 6-7 years. Like mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Like you see it. You can like see it when you talk and listen to certain human beings. So I'm 24. And you said there is a list made. So there is a list made with grown people on it, and they posted it on social media. And you said that's
high school shit.
That's high school shit. So if I want like us to like honestly just think and just look at everything. A lot of people are stuck in high school still. A lot of people didn't get over
They peak
high
was.
school. Not even just that, like a lot of like you don't like technically saying like trauma or just like, but a lot of people were like just they're stuck in high school. They can't get out. Like you gotta understand, like being grown is hard. Like being grown is hard, and some people like doing childish things and contributing to childish things. So that's just stuff you don't pay attention to. Honestly, you just look at it and you be like, why give it? You know what I'm saying? Because like there's other things for us to be doing better in life than to make a list. And who are you to say this person shouldn't have made the list? That person was bored and felt like they wanted to make a list. So you don't even go down there. Like you don't even go down that road. Like they 20, they in their 20s and they still acting like they're in high school. Are you gonna go across the street and go talk to them?
But like Sharby saying, like you say a lot, like you really have to watch who you follow and people like you see on social media.
Like I saw people like saying like what list, and I was just like,
motherfuckers like send it to me.
But you,
why do you care this? Oh my god, I need to see this. Oh my goodness, so I can find. Find this bitch the fuck or this nigga to do. Like this shit is weird.
What are people on social media for? Like honestly, people are on social media to be in other people's business.
That's it. That's it, bro. Literally. It's like, bro, they don't got nothing else better to do but to be in other people's business. It's like, bro, don't y'all got a life?
So when there's business on social media, like who don't love Twitter? Like who don't love Twitter? There's a list on Twitter. Oh yeah, I'm on there. Oh yeah, let me see. LOL, I know this person. I mean, it's like let them, you know what I'm saying? Let them people do what they do, man. It really shouldn't. It really shouldn't be nothing to talk about because then you just feed into it even more. So now we dropped this, and now look, we gave it even more attention than it needed to. It was just a list with people names on it, and a lot of those people, like they didn't want to be on the list. They didn't ask to be put on the list. So
all right, so let's shift it then. How do y'all feel about the state of our city?
Like, what Cleveland?
Yeah,
just as a whole.
I
mean, it's Cleveland, bro. Like it really hasn't changed in the last since I was born. So
really, you don't think so?
It definitely changed, bro. The Cleveland was
not for the better.
Cleveland was not like this in 2000. Like Cleveland started shifting in like 2013, 2012. Like right when LeBron came back, it started to shift. And then like his last second.
Other than crime, which I don't know how crime is still up because it's a lot.
I'm talking about energy wise and everything.
Oh, you talking about that? I was gonna go a whole nother route.
Well, if you talking about dynamics, dynamics changed dramatically. I mean, we won a chip. The Indians was in the World Series. The Browns is doing good. Like
we had a lot of money and stuff like going through the city and stuff.
All
I see a lot of entrepreneurs in our city. I know a lot of these people.
of the people here, bro. That's causing the crime rates. That's people are not like, bro. The Cleveland Remembrance page, like literally 5 people die every other day. Like that's unnecessary.
It's life though. Like I ain't
that's
gonna lie.
Life,
like,
but in one city, bro.
Yeah, but you got how many people in this city? How did they die? I'm not all of them. Was like killed. Somebody probably was in a car crash. Somebody died of old age. It's like listen, people die, bro. Like no. Please, people die, bro. So like when you see death, don't let it like grasp you and like take you off your feet.
Majority of the people that died here, bro, was because of other people's doings, like getting shot.
I mean, okay, can we
You really want to say niggas get shot every day, B, but really not trying to say it.
Okay, yeah, but even that though.
I mean, sure.
Desensitized to death, but understand that it's a part of this. It's a part of this experience. So take it and figure out ways how to mourn in a different way, because there's people that really don't know how to grieve, and like they don't understand. Like they'll be taught about it, but then once it happened, they still like, even though I'm talking all this shit, I think I still would be super sad if like my mom passed away. But I'm trying to get into the mindset that energy never dies. I'm trying to get into that.
I just learned how to grieve for the first time, and the first time I actually grieved, it was by myself. Like my uncle passed away, and he passed away, and it was like, oh shit, like he died. And it's like, I'm like, when you a kid and you go to a funeral, like, oh, that's Auntie Ann in the casket, like she dead, but it's like I was 8 and 9. You know what I'm saying? And it's like
No,
I'm 15.
I can relate to that.
You
I'm
was
50.
programmed. You was programmed different. You was programmed to feel sad, like movies and stuff. They make you feel crazy about it. That's why, like when you watch birth and stuff on TV, it make you seem like it's an emergency and it's hurry, 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 hurry. And it's
That's
not. It's not supposed to be
propaganda.
like that. Yeah. So basically, TV kind of like
Fuck
programs
us our
us to
head.
feel
Fuck our
like,
heads
you
up.
know, like if people died and they like instead of people showing people like hysterically crying and killing themselves, what if they show people like having like great ceremonies,
Get
actually
together.
remembering.
Like take this for example. Like I don't do funerals, right? I don't do funerals. I'm sorry.
Me neither. You know what's crazy? I went to an aunt's funeral, a great aunt's funeral, only because it's a supportive family. She was Jewish though, so it was a more of an experience than the actual Christian funeral. But like, I hate going to funerals. It's just that's not how I want to see or remember that person. It's just
And then
that whole
everybody,
experience is just weird.
everybody is so much of a low vibration and a low energy. It takes you away.
For a minute now.
It takes you
Not
away.
even
It really
that,
do.
yeah. And it's like it's so like remotely done.
Overwhelming.
Like, why do I need this pastor here? He don't know me. It should be somebody there talking like who's actually in the family. Y'all should be sitting there like actually remembering good times, like not hearing a pastor talk about some crazy. Like, why is
I don't want to
here?
hear. I don't want to hear
And a
choir,
dead
my
body,
nigga.
bro. Bro,
Yeah,
a dead body,
like,
bro.
That's like a ritual.
A
Like
dead
it's like
body. Listen. A body that doesn't have no life in it, just sitting there, and we all in one box room.
Yeah, like that shit. That shit
That's
just
weird.
make you feel just like
Not me.
man, I can't do
Hey,
that.
listen, we going to the beach outside. We go see the
sprinkle me in
sun.
some ocean water. Make me
Talk
into
dirty.
a necklace or a
Yeah,
painting
yeah.
or
Smoke me something.
nigga, this ain't how.
Smoking
ain't
on
going
Rob.
fake. I ain't going fake. Like when I die, I really don't want a traditional ass funeral. Like I want y'all to live it up. Like celebrate, throw a party. Like I did, like bro, like clearly, like if I like, you know how I feel about death, bro. I don't look at it as a sad thing.
Wear my favorite
To be
color.
real, I look at it as more of like,
why are we in all black? And why you got
Exactly.
glasses on? Like you holding
like
your
we're
like you a vampire.
red to my funeral.
No.
Everybody wear
Look,
my favorite color.
I've been watching TV lately, and I've been noticing a lot of like weird things. Like vampires do this. Okay, people do this. That's weird. Like we're at a funeral, and we have all black on shades, and it's always raining. It's always raining. When somebody dies, it's always raining.
Or
Who
day
said
after
that?
somebody dies, always raining.
But what's that about though? Like what's that about? Because
To make you sad about death, to make death seem like it's the sad experience when honestly it's your next turn in life.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest.
That's all it is. It's to program you to not embrace it. Like we don't know.
My uncle passed away. And it was like 90 degrees outside.
And the only reason I say that is because when I got hit by the truck and I saw it, like, the only reason I say it is because like you don't really feel nothing. It's like
you did what?
Man, this girl done cheated death.
You did what?
Tell him about your.
Wait. Never mind. You said it. You said that in that religion episode.
What?
You told the story. Oh, yeah. Don't say it. You told it. I just found it. See, we on perfect timing. Ooh, that was perfect.
Yeah, I feel like
I gotta
that's
hear
not
that story.
I don't think it's the end. I think it's to program you to make you sad about it.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I don't believe like I talked to y'all about it on our when we all linked up, bro. I believe death is it's an evolution.
Yeah, this is an experience. I feel like I asked for this. I ain't gonna lie on this personal, but when I was like 8, 9, 10, I used to be like on punishment. I used to lay down and cry and just be like, take me, I would have died like that. Now I look back.
But I mean, some things people go through, they really be feeling like that though.
That's your world then. No TV, no game. That's your world.
I want to die.
Imagine you your job.
But devil's advocate to that, what if people start getting older and they still feeling the same type of like misery?
And listen, okay, This may be hard.
I'm just playing devil's advocate. You know, it's gonna be somebody gonna be like, "Oh, y'all trying to downplay somebody's mental awareness."
Hold on. I'm about to act like Rob for a second. I'm you for a second. This is your type of response.
Oh, damn! You say I'm ignorant?
No. Wait, listen. No, listen. I'm about to respond like how you respond. If you're old, like if you're old and you like want to die and you haven't died yet, like you got to get over it that you're not going to die no time soon. And you got to stand up. You got to stand up and just face life and say no, real, like no, for real. Like what he just said. Like if you 40 years old still thinking and wanting to, you need to stand up and be a man or be a woman and be like, I haven't died. I haven't got hit by a car. I haven't been shot or nothing. I'm still living. I still have a purpose on this earth. Let me get up and do something. Like by the time I'm acting like Rob. I'm sorry, guys, but after you hit about 22, 23, and you ain't died yet, it's time for you to get up, stand up, be a man or be a woman, and do what you gotta do. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. You can't. Like
that's
you can't.
Facts, though.
You can't be like
Damn,
hold on. Listen, I get
this. That's facts. He's speaking facts.
And it coming from me, it hit different. I get it. I get everybody that goes through seasonal depression. I felt like I was depressed. I feel like I was depressed when I was 21, 22. By the time I hit 23, I had to look myself in the mirror and be like, listen, man, you ain't dead. You ain't been to jail. You ain't been shot. It's time for you to get up. So whoever going through something, you feel like you would have died, you ain't dead, and you just watched it.
You know what's so crazy that he's saying this?
Now,
if me or you would have said the same exact sentiment, it would have been taken the wrongest of ways. But I swear to God, that's kind of
true. I've been telling people that for years now, bro. Like, do something. Like, I'm just more blunt. I just tell them to do something. Like, if you still in the same position, clearly you want to be there, but you're sad about it, so you don't want to be there. So which one is it?
Devil's advocate once again.
They about to hate me. They gonna be like, oh,
devil's advocate once again. What if people haven't figured out their purpose in life? People still
figure it out.
People be in their 30s and 40s and still don't know what path they want to go, what they want to do.
Let me ask Char. Let me ask Char a question.
To me,
do you feel like?
It's the truth.
So at that point, when you don't figure out like your life path or whatever, do you feel like you reincarnate? Like you're going to have to end up reincarnating because you done wasted time or something like that?
Pretty much, because I feel like if you're gonna end up dying without figuring out that's the point. You come back for a mission. You got a mission. You pick your parents. They say you pick your parents. You come back for a specific mission.
Which one of my relatives decided it was gonna be sorry?
That's why it's good to actually know your chart, to actually know your birth chart, and to actually know your relatives, like who you were down the line. Like,
hey, you do know, but you do
who
know
you
that
could have been down the line. Who you coming back as?
I think a lot. I think when people don't figure out what they want to do, it results to laziness. Because yes, there was a moment. Wait, let me finish. There was a moment. I didn't know what the fuck I wanted to do. I was all over the place. My girl sat me down and said, "You need to pick one thing, stick with it." Boom. So I chose the music. Stuck with that. The music evolved into podcasts, other stuff that can relate to that. So not only did I pick one thing, now I have a purpose. I can keep going. It results to laziness. If you can't figure out something you want to do, stick with that, perfect it, then go to the next. You're just lazy because you gave up on that one thing you thought you were good at because maybe you wasn't good at it. But hey, you just didn't want to perfect it.
2 years ago, me would have probably been saying laziness, but trying to grow another perspective. Some of that, what you're saying isn't wrong. It could be people do be lazy. Also, people wasn't pushed properly to be motivated. No, that people do have to be more motivated within themselves. You know.
Like again, after a while, we're not blaming your parents. After a while, you can't blame your parents. You cannot sit here and say, well, my father wasn't here to teach me this, so I'm never going to learn it. You're 26 years old. You're 28 years old. You're 24 years old. You know?
I'd agree with that because by the time
that's a sad reality, but it's true.
That's fact.
About healing.
By the time I hit 20 and 21, I'm no longer was gonna be like able. I didn't feel right telling somebody like, oh, my dad wasn't in my like. You know what, man? Like,
because this is the thing about healing too.
What it is.
What you do get a thing where you do start like looking at your parents like when you start learning stuff, no, honestly, when you start learning stuff, you be like, dang, why my mama didn't do this, or why she ain't teach me. You start saying that, but then a part of healing, when you start going like childhood trauma and you start healing like that part of your life, your inner child, you start thinking like, damn, especially when you had kids, you be like, damn.
I was just about to say, especially when you have kids.
My mom was a damn near a kid too. Like, I be like, damn, I fuck up now. My mama had me at 18. She had my brother. She had 2 kids by the time she was 22. I'm 27 with 2 kids. So I be like,
same. My mom had me at 19. My sister like 21.
That's how I feel. Like,
I'm the only outlaw, bro. My mom had me at 33.
So you like my auntie Shane and my grandma.
She had a chance. Oh,
My grandma had her last kid like in her 30s.
I'm my mom's only child. So
that's what goes back to what I said earlier. Like, we each got like the 90, the 80, 90, 70. Like your mom was 30 when she had you. So she was able to experience a lot and get a job. You know what I'm saying? She was able to experience a lot.
Oh yeah. She experienced everything, bro. Like pretty much she was born in the 60s, so she experienced all that shit. And then she had me in 96.
Yeah, one thing I did.
I was born in 98.
I was born in 96.
I was born in 95. Yeah, especially when you start looking back on your life. Like they said, one girl said, don't focus so bad on childhood trauma that you miss out on what you actually experienced, good and things as a child. Because my mom, I'm not gonna lie, for my mom to be a single mother from my dad being locked up or whatever, she really made sure me and my brother didn't want for anything. Like anything. Like, so thinking about, okay, yeah, she didn't teach me this, but she made sure I didn't go to school looking like this, or she made sure as a girl I kept myself together, or she never put me on birth control. She actually trusted me as a teenager. Like, I feel like she the reason why I feel like I've got it like good taste in men and things like that. Like, you start actually digging deep. Like, it's not just like.
My mom had me when she was, I think, 17 or 16. So the biggest thing that I wanted to do was not have a kid when I was 16, 17. And I don't have a kid and I'm 24 right now. So shit, I learned from her mistake. Now, did I go through a lot with her having 2 kids at 17? She's 17 with 2 kids. Like, there's a lot of things she didn't get to do, experience, or just a lot of things she went through. So I'm no longer going to be 23 years old. Like, oh, my mom, like, she was 17, bro.
Some people be holding on to that resentment, man. And really, we can go real deep in this conversation too, for real. And a lot of the times, you really can't blame that person for holding that. Now they are accountable for getting over stuff like that and healing on themselves. They have to do that personal work. That's very much fair. But also, a lot of the times, you really can't blame that person because the parent or someone that hurt them hasn't tried to reconcile with them, so they're going to hold resentment on shit.
But
sometimes rightfully so.
But sometimes you need to learn that you don't need an apology from everybody, or you don't need an apology at all. You don't need closure.
That acceptance for that's you don't need asking for too much acceptance. But then again, if that's a parent, sometimes you look for that. That's trauma. That's what
I'm saying. Anybody else, fuck them. But I'm saying, like, people who brought you into this world.
Let me ask you a question, Rob.
I would think that would be harder to not like.
Let me ask you a question, Rob, let me ask you a question, and this actually was my reality. I would go to my mom to bring up her abusing me, whooping me with belts and stuff like that. Sometimes she would be like, "Oh yeah, I was wrong." Sometimes she wouldn't. At some point, I gotta stop bringing it up to her because she's not going.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Looking for it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like at this point, I just gotta take what she gave me and hit the door, Jack,
and learn to either some shit you gonna take it, you gonna be a parent or not.
You gotta accept it. Don't be in denial. At a point you can't be in denial.
And that also what I
thought you don't have to be in the denial to not forgive some shit.
Hey,
if that makes sense.
You know what I just learned?
I don't know.
This ties into the whole relationship aspects. That's a lot of why people stay into unhealthy, toxic relationships, because people be going back for closure and going back for why you did this, and the other person can just keep this in them same cycle and same loop over and over.
You're not taking what they sometimes some people don't talk to get closure. My actions gonna speak louder. I shouldn't have to tell you I don't want to be with you. My actions is showing that. Get the fuck on. You keep, like.
But if you gonna come back,
I think in order to progress as a person,
accountability too.
I think in order to progress as a person as a whole, you just gotta forgive. I think when you hold on to anger, you're never gonna progress. And I learned that the hard way.
Sometimes anger fuels people.
It does, but in the same light, but anger doesn't
fuel you
in a good way.
Fuel positive, positive actions.
I've never seen it. They might use that anger for a minute, but then once they forgive that person that angered them that bad, they progress even further than when they were angry. I've never really seen somebody who's angry use that and feel it positively, maybe for a moment. But then, like, once they forgave that person, that's when they progress even further.
I ain't gonna cap to you, bruh. You looking at them. You know how many people done, like, stabbed me in the back and hurt me, and I forgave them, and I'm just...
Like, you feel like a way better person. Like, it's like, damn, I don't have to, like, worry about that anger no more. Like, that shit...
Forgiveness doesn't mean you have to be around that person. You have to talk to that person. It's you basically telling yourself, like, they did what they did. I have to move on. It has nothing to do with me.
We went to the zoo in the same car, and you left me there, and I got bit by a mosquito, and I'm mad. I gotta hold myself accountable. If I had my own car, we wouldn't have been in this predicament. I ain't fuck with you because I got bit by that mosquito. I ain't fucking with you. But hey, thanks for the ride, Jack. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks for the ride, Jack. Hell no.
You taught me something, man. I need my own. You know what I'm saying? I feel like she said, with experience, everybody teach you something, and either that person keep going and the experience get better and better, and the lessons never stop, or you keep going back and it's the same lesson and you keep getting hit. You keep getting hit with the ruler over and over again. Like, it's just that simple. Like, I'm 24. Like, thinking back on the old me, I'd be like, bruh, like, all I used to talk about was what happened to me and not what I did. Like, I'm just now looking back at stuff like, I did. Like, I retaliated in a positive way, and I just took it for what it was. And I remember my email. Oh, this is very funny, by the way. I remember my email password. I never said this, nothing like this on camera, but I'm going to do it now. I went on my email and I found a lot of episodes, and I found please. I found the episode of somebody that said some very hateful, hurtful things, and that was lies. And it was very ironic because in the episode, everything that they said about me in a song that they dropped, it was really, and it was very unique that I found that episode.
How old is this episode, bro?
It's like a year.
Oh, okay. They lucky.
It's like in the episode, everything that I said came true, but this person put out an illusion and a perception of me. And just to look back and watch that episode and listen to the song, and then look at me now.
You winning, bro.
It's crazy because
listen, I'm just gonna say one thing, and this better be the title of your episode. Your ass is grass, and I'm the lawnmower. That's it.
That's the title. That's the title.
That's it. Man, bro.
That's the title. And it's crazy.
Niggas dropped a song.
Oh man, can we will get this off camera.
Yeah. Hey, end this. This
is the Lost Ones podcast. Your ass is grass.
Please end this.